Welcome to another episode of Anyone Can Cook. And this season, we've explored farmers, agri-trade, and we also explored HORTIKULTURA Sa SUGBO, which is a nice, unique combination of meeting everyone in the industry, from farmers to unique ingredients. And today's episode, after the market tour, I brought back with me coconut. And the key ingredient are coconut and passion fruit. And this is what we're gonna cook in today's kitchen. Come join me as we delve into flavors, as we delve into unique smells and scents, and the combination of the passion fruit and the coconut. Behind me, you'll see a whole agri-tourism trade of vendor farmers that are in our community and are exposed in a horticulture exhibit. And you know, this is what we're all about in our shows. In our cooking shows, we need to source proper ingredients. We need to source freshness. And here we are experiencing the local group of people that have traveled as far as Karkar, Davao, Danao to be here to expose themselves to the local market so that they will know and represent business to business, consumer to business, or even industry to business. So this becomes a united, connected meetup of the Cebu Farmers Market on something that means so much to us as home cooks or people in the kitchen, so that we can source valuable products at affordable prices. Come join me as we search and seek the hearts and minds of these people and how they started. So with me are the women behind all of this. And I'd like you to share something today, if you could.
Sure. Okay. Hi, I'm Teresa Ruelas. I'm the lead organizer for Cebu Farmers Market. We started almost 5 years ago, right? And it was really with farmers who, on their own, even without formal training, Kate, grew their farms without pesticides, no chemicals. They were very concerned about the earth, the health of the people who were eating their produce. So when we discovered them, we said, hey, why don't we give an option to our Cebuano public so they can actually come, get to know you, get to know the food, where it comes from, and that it's healthy and organically grown. So that's how we started. Very few farmers in the beginning.
How many are you now?
We're a lot. There probably is an average of about 15 to 20 tables the whole week, but in different parts of Cebu.
Wow.
Yes, we have 3 different markets.
Okay.
One in Vibo Place on Saturday mornings. Then another at Mango Square on Monday.
On Monday.
Monday. And then on Wednesday, we're at Streetscape in Banilad.
And today, this is a new additional option?
No, this isn't.
It's a one-time
Right.
festival.
We are,
It's going for 4 days.
yes, this is the Horticulture Sugbo week that Park Mall is putting together.
Okay.
And we get invited by these events. We get invited Nutrition Month, Earth Day, so that's why we're mobile. It feels like we're mobile.
It feels like you're mobile,
because
but the
we're-
most consistent Cebu Farmers Market is in 3 spots.
That's right.
Every week, consistently.
That's right.
Okay.
And Kathy and Vilma are two of our farmers who are very dedicated to this.
Right,
So even if we have slow days or even if there's drought, they're here. So maybe Kathy wants to introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Kathy Haveliana, and I have been with the farmers market since it started. We have had our challenges, but we are enjoying what we're doing, and we look forward to growing this further so more people will know about what we do.
Hi, I'm Vilma Lim. Actually, I have my homemade products after my name, and then actually I started from growing vegetables and herbs. Then I decided to grow a lot of chilies. Then I have lots of supplies harvest. That's why I made it into my product. And then the latest product that I made is the banana vinegar, which is from my harvest of bananas.
I'm here with Tatay Nolito. Kumusta na, Tatay?
Maayungan, ma'am.
And we're here with the Horticulture and Cebu Farmers Market to showcase, and he's here sitting on his booth on a warm summer day, and he was explaining to me what he is growing in his farm and the produce that he gets out of it. So Tatay, kanang i-explain ko unsay imong gisell karon?
And the product is especially the kabog or millet, which is very endemic now.
Yes, correct.
That's why with the help of our municipal councilor, Ma'am Teresa, I'm here now to promote this product, and I'm glad I was given the opportunity with you to be present in this interview. We have here the cassava budbud in the saya. This one is bukhayo also, packed in organic way.
Yes.
Yes. This one is kabkab or salbaro made from cassava.
Cassava chips,
Oh,
no?
yes, cassava chips. Then it will be sandwiches with this latik made from coconut syrup. And then we have other things here. This is the iba, sweetened iba or candies. And this one also is salbaro, and again with this. So it's very interesting to introduce this product to the people so that they will know that not only chemically product like sandwich, and you can use also organic fruits like that and market and produce nice and healthy foods.
We are in the kiosk of the Passionfruit King, and they call him Dito. I love his name, right? So, tell me a little bit how long you've been doing this, Dito.
I've been doing this for 4 years. We've started with selling this passion fruit, then introduced to the market the health benefits of passion fruit, and then it's more fun that the customers keep buying to me and keep also planting of this fruit because of the health benefits of this fruit.
So, you have a lot of passion fruit in your farm?
Yeah, I have a lot of passion fruit, but this month, this off season, maybe June, July, this is the season of passion fruit, so I can bring more passion fruit in the market.
Very good. What else are you selling?
Yeah, I'm selling also the cherry tomato and the product of pistachio, which is the moringa, moringiric, the turmeric.
You also
I'm reseller.
you're a seller.
Yeah,
And then the tuba na.
yeah. This is pure coconut vinegar.
Pure coconut
Yeah,
vinegar.
tuba sa Bisaya. And then we have also the herbs, the
Ointment.
ointment, stevia, and insulin plant.
So he sells in this kiosk fruits and plants, insolent plants and herbs. With the La Estancia farmers, they hail from Busay, Manang?
Danao City.
Danao.
City.
And they come all the way here for the Cebu Farmers Market to showcase and to sell their tomatoes. Unsa man ni Manang?
Litos.
Mga lettuce,
Romaine.
red curly, no? And then romaine. And what I fell in love today is this beautiful Piquillo small baby peppers that are great to just stir fry with garlic and olive oil and put it on top of pizzas. And you know, when you find something like this so unique, you grab it and you snatch it. So we will include this in our grocery list today. Okay? And what else do you sell? What else comes from your farm?
Eggplant.
Eggplants?
Yeah,
Iceberg lettuce?
yeah. Then tomatoes.
So every week you also go with the Cebu Farmers Market?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. With Tita Kathy and her farmers today, and it's so interesting. Her main product consistently is kale, and every time I think about making a kale dish, I contact her. So Tita Kathy, give me some few words on what it's like to be here today on this horticulture event.
Well, we're pretty excited to be here because the exposure is going to be quite big for us. Park Mall has a lot of people that come, and it's a 4-day stint. So we're happy to be here. We want to educate people on what we're doing, staying away from plastic, staying away from chemicals, no GMOs. And we're basically promoting good health.
Because the creed of which I completely promote and believe in, and also in my own home I do, other than reuse, recycle, no plastic, but it's farm right, eat right, live right. And it's true when you get produce that are well and full of nutrition, and that's what you use, and you grow it and you prepare it properly in your home, and that's what you have in your bodies as nutrients. And this is the greatest thing about life. It's really that, right?
That's
When
right.
you eat well, you live well.
In addition to that, we are protecting Mother Earth. Mother Earth needs a lot of attention. We need trees. Cebu needs trees. So let's go and grow green. And let's get Cebu going green.
I'm here with Baby, and she has the most number of varieties of plants, of plantain bananas, of a cactus, of what is this?
Dragon
fruit, papaya, organic arugula. So everything around me I want to take home. I wouldn't put in a bus somewhere. But Baby, ingna ko, pila na ka years nag-ani ka sa Cebu Farmers Market?
Since childhood gyud ma'am, kay farmers man jud mi, so nagbata gyud mi sa amua nga nag-farm. Gagmay pa mi, tudloan na mi sa mong parents nga magtanom.
Okay, so karon unsa may favorite nimo na ingredient na excited ka?
Mostly jud ma'am kaning mga kanang tag-as bitaw og mga antioxidants nga mga kanang fruits and vegetables kay para pang defense dali magkasakit ba. So at least ang mga food makanang nutritious na siya, and then makatabang sa mga mukaon nga kanang dili madali magkasakit. And then we go
man na karon kung muhatag kag advice sa tao na kanima maayo ni para sa imong kanang immunity, sa imong defense, unsa may imong i-suggest?
Mostly sa fruits, number one jud namo nga introduce is the banana gyud.
Banana.
Source of vitamin K, ang potassium, ang banana, and then vitamin C, mostly passion fruit,
Yes.
very high in vitamin C, and then the dragon fruit, pero ang dragon fruit seasonal man gud siya.
Once a year?
Twice a year. Twice a year. So ang dragon fruit ang kuan lang ani niya kay daghan jud kayo siya, o kanang ang fruits niya ba daghan kay siya nga kanang mga health benefits bitaw nga good for most especially kanang mga cancer patients. Ang gina-promote na mo nga dragon fruit kato bitang purple,
Dragon fruit, yeah.
tong
That's my favorite
red
also.
ang
Oo.
color. So taas kay siya antioxidant.
Yeah. And then also talk to me about your vermicompost.
Yeah, this vermicompost kanang ma'am, gikan ni siya sa mga waste sa farm, like from animals and kanang mga sagbot, amo ang gibutang sa kanang mga boxes, and then gipakaon siya sa kanang African night crawler bitaw nga wati. And then after that kanang mga amo na ni i-harvest, mahimo na siyang compost ang iyang waste, ang iyang tae.
Very good. Okay.
So mao ni ang ginagamit namo, gi-promote namo nga gigamit pang basal fertilizer sa mga plants. Before ni siya itanom sa yuta, amo jud ni siyang butangan daan og kanang ani. So para inigbutang nimo sa soil, automatic ang iyahang roots naa dayoy food nga makaon para faster siya mo grow niya, dili din siya madali magkasakit.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
ideal ang kanang vermicompost for salads, and then mga green leafy vegetables, and then kung magtanom ka og mga fruit vegetables, kinahanglan lang jud nimo siya daghanon kay ang iyahang mangyong nutrients nga makuha nato sa vermicast depende man gud sa imong gipakaon sa
So true.
kanang kuan sa imong African night crawler. So kung dili kayo taas og kanang nitrogen source ang imuhang gipakaon, so ang ihasang quality sa imuhang compost dili sad kaayo kanang taas og kanang nitrogen content. So ang iyahang byproduct sa vermicast magdepende whatever imuhang gihatag nga food sa imuhang kanang wati sa imuhang African night crawler. So ang amuang suggestion is before ang 75% nga kanang kuan carbon source, then 25% nga nitrogen source. Karon mas much better good kung i-50-50 nimo.
Out of the slim pickings in today's farmers market, I have stumbled upon this cactus. And this cactus is something that you can saute and you can mix into like a very nutritious meal.
Yeah.
So tell me more about the use of this cactus.
This one, you cut this into serving size and saute it with the herbs that you like to put in. This is the famous nopales. That's all I know from my friend.
Yeah, for me, somebody like me that's very entry level, and especially the cacti or the community of the aloe vera, I would use it for shakes. I would use it for drinks, and just because it's so fragile.
Yeah.
You need to make it grow, I think, a little bit bigger in order for it to have like a meat-like, taste on the mouth. Yes. But it's very interesting. As somebody that's in the kitchen a lot, I'm very curious and I would like to experiment with this. So I'm gonna take some home. The beauty of a coconut, and the Philippine coconut at that. Not many use it, or many use it and you just eat what you are laid out with. But in this episode, I'm going to use a combination of what we found in the local farmers market, the coconut and the magnificent passion fruit. The passion fruit is got a very citrus, strong taste. The seeds are edible, and when you use a coconut and the combination of passion fruit is just the most extraordinary flavor that you can imagine in your mouth. And today, because I wanted to show you the abundance of what you can do in a short time span, I'm gonna do two dishes. Two amazing dishes that's easy, and one a little bit complicated, but still both divine. So let's start with the ingredients you will find. Where I am in my life right now is about eating well. Just like how we did with the farmer's market, it's eating right, living right, cooking right. So a lot of the intake in our diet is about reducing sugar. And we have found an amazing product, which is a low-calorie sugar solution. It's still made from cane sugar, but only 4 calories per teaspoon, which is what I use in all my dishes. Is what I'm going to teach you. You can find it in any normal grocery stores, and you just need to find for low-calorie solutions as a substitute for sugar sweeteners. So you have your coconut, you have your passion fruit, you need some eggs. I also have tapioca. Tapioca, one that's already in its raw form, and another one that's actually already cooked, because you need to simmer this in water, and this needs to go through a boiling period until you see translucent. So this is what I have here. And what we're gonna make today are two things. So one is a coconut and passion fruit pudding. Pudding, not really a cake, not really a soft, it's something in between. So that's going to be very interesting because the sauce and all the flavors in the passion fruit are cooked in the pudding. So it's going to cross-collaborate, cross-contaminate each other. And that's going to be something when you bite into, all the flavors punch through. And that's unbelievable. So the next one I'm going to do is the simple coconut panna cotta. Coconut panna cotta, but with the tapioca, sago. Very simple. And it's going to get used with like a little setting of a gelatin base. And then the passion fruit gets scooped out and just put in the top and finished just like that. So all you need is 20 to 25 minutes of your life. So simple. Just come follow me in the kitchen.
because I love it as much as you love it. And when we do it together, so simple. The recipes can be found immediately after the show, or you can go online to Anyone Can Cook so that you can make this at home. And of course, feel free to comment and send us comments. 6 key ingredients, okay? For this beautiful pudding, you need 80 grams of butter. You need like a half a cup of desiccated coconut. You can find it anywhere, or you can even grate it yourself and get the fresh coconut. You need about 1 cup of coconut milk. 1 cup of coconut milk, light coconut milk. In this one, I'm using 100% full press coconut milk, the first press. And then you have here 1/2 cup of that raw sugar, of that cane sugar that I showed you, 1 egg, very simple, and 1 cup of flour. Look at that. The ratio is all in the ratio of 1. So come follow me in the kitchen and we're gonna do this together. Passion fruit and coconut pudding. It's in between a cake and in between like the soft pudding that you know, almost like a yogurt. So in between that is our goal. So 6 ingredients, like I said. We're gonna go and make the base, which is almost like cake. So you have your 80 grams of butter, and that's gonna go inside. And then you have your sugar. Remember, we're using the almost like a fake sugar, like still cane sugar, but in its rawest form, 4 calories, great for just no guilt. And that's gonna go inside. And that's just gonna go into the paddle and just go through a quick mix. After it gets mixed and you break up its solids, it's very soft butter, you add the coconut milk, and the coconut milk is 2/3 of a cup. You see it breaks it up. And I just want to make sure that you get every bit of milk in there. And you see it's getting to be this coagulation of a mixture. As soon as you get that, you add your egg. Add your 1 cup of flour in there. And you just want to turn out the notch. And then you add your coconut. So simple, right? So simple. That's how, and to expect how your batter will look like. You don't want to overmix. And you just want to let it sit, because that's where we want to take this consistency. This is where you want to take your batter. And I just chose a very easy silicone cake mold because I don't want things to stick. You can choose to line this with wax paper, but if you have a pan that has everything and it sticks on it, so I just want to make my life easier by using silicone. If you don't have this at home, a cake pan, but just line it with wax paper will do. Just get every bit an ounce out of there. You know, I don't like to waste this. This is like additional batter, and you get the other batter in there. And what you want to do is you just that. Take that, the bits, use your hands. Okay, so we got the pudding part done. So what we want to do next is to take the sugar that we have, and that's going to combine it with the cornstarch. 1/2 cup of that sugar, of that raw sugar, and 3 tablespoons of this cornstarch. So what it does, cornstarch actually thickens anything, sauces, puddings, and what we're going to do, because we are making this pudding, that the sauce is actually in it. So when you slice through the pudding, it's gooey. And here's the technique. So as soon as we get that, I'm gonna sprinkle that sugar on top. And we're talking about that bit. So as soon as the cake comes through, it cooks through, then you have the sugar and the cornstarch. That's going to create that gooiness that we want. I just want it even and balanced. So now we're going to take our lemons. It's going to go through squeezing of the juices, right? I have this lemon squeezer, but you know, it's supposed to take out its juices in its quickest way. I find you can choose to go this method or squeeze it manually. You know, I find this method actually harder. I squeeze it all out. And I take out the seeds after that. See, I like to get all of that juice out because that's exactly where I want this. Okay, so we got the juices out of 2 lemons, and I'm just gonna strain that in a bowl. Okay, set that aside, and then drop it back, and we're gonna get the measurement of just milk, whole milk. This is 1/4 of a cup. So, and you want the milk and the lemon to go into a semi-curd. Curd means you have the acidity, and that's making it coagulate. And you see, it's almost separating. So I'm gonna let it settle there, and I'm gonna cut my passion fruit. Will you look at that? How beautiful is this passion fruit? You can tell there's that intense flavor in this cut, and I have 3 or 4, and that's just gonna achieve. It's fragrant, it's fruity, it's flowery, it's buttery. It's a very unique fruit, and you can find it in the mountains, in the region, and you know, in your own local grocer. But today I found it on the fabulous farmers market. So it's fresh, harvested, fresh. Okay. Oh, it's the perfect cut. So you squeeze it out. You know, I've grown passion fruit in my garden. It's always resulted to green. So I always wonder, I'm like, how come my passion fruits, but this is a different variety, a different variant that is coveted. So where we are now, will you take a look at that? The passion fruit and the milk and the lemon. And now you're ready for this? That is gonna go straight into that sugar. You see the sugar that we dropped there? So all these flavors is just gonna get into a combination. of our variation of this pudding. And as it cooks, you will see what I mean. So look, how long did that take us? If you move it out, in and out, and that's getting its own mixture, but you want the sugar there in full contact. I'm going to put this in the oven, and that's going to cook at 180 degrees for 25 minutes, and you will see exactly this pudding format that I'm explaining. It's not cake, it's not pure pudding that you're scooping it out almost like a yogurt. It's right in between, and this is the process to achieve that. A moment we've been waiting for. Oh, will you look at that? Little bit of a nice caramelization on top, the passion fruit gratinated a little bit, and the pudding, you can see the sauce is in there. It's a little bit of gooey, sticky, amazing, amazing, and all the beautiful passion fruit seeds. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna let it sit for like a few minutes, but this, as soon as you get it out in the oven, it needs to go straight out into the plate. There's no other way around this. It's going to be one beautiful bite. I can see where you want to go. You see the caramelization, it's kind of like soft, and it's a little bit of curd. That's exactly where you want to take it. You don't want a cake, you don't want a sponge, you just want something like this. It's beautiful. So where we're gonna go with like just a little bit of whipped cream. I'm gonna put it, and I'm just gonna, you know, just thicken it up. This is just gonna go because we're gonna make this into the sauce, right? Very simple until it gets thick a little bit, and that's gonna go on top of our passion fruit. Right there. Okay, I want to take it. That's where I want to take it. Here we go. We're gonna plate and assemble. So what I want to do is I want to just slice it through, and what I could feel, the bottom has this crust, see, and then the top is this gooey mess of a pudding. So soft, and remember, we used all of this sugar, so there's no guilt. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the plate, and I'm going to get that beautiful, oh, so hot, assembly into that plate, and I'm just gonna finish that off because I missed that part right there. But do you see why a pudding is a pudding? Because of this curd. So what I'm gonna do, take a little bit of this whipped cream, and that's just gonna go as a dollop. Look at that. Some icing sugar to just finish it because I didn't put any. Just a beautiful surrender. That's the passion fruit that we have. Very simple, full flavor. Let's taste that together. Just nothing to say. It's gooey. It's cooked through in the bottom. It's got this cakey, and the top is just a mouthful of tartiness, of lemon, of sweetness, and it's just something you have to make. I mean, this would be great with ice cream, but on this note, go away. This is a private moment. with the same ingredients, your base of the coconut, the passion fruit, some sugar. We're gonna jumble it up, and we're gonna do something not even that you need to bake. It just needs to get assembled and put in the fridge. And in a matter of 20 minutes, you'll get a beautiful, could I say, passion fruit and honey curd. No, not even curd, almost like a jelly, but it's gonna go into molds. So the jelly is like a milk-based jelly, and with sago, right? How does it sound? Looks amazing. Sounds amazing. Here we go. Very simple. So we cook the sago, okay? Those that have seen the raw sago needs to get immersed in water and kind of like let it sit there and then cook through low heat over like 10-15 minutes until you get this very light, clear crystal. Oh, look at that. It's already even started to mold. So what we're gonna do, we take this, and I have molds with me. Look at these. Any mold that have like a nice presentation, anything you want to use, and that can sit in the fridge, and as you turn over, use it at home. I have something with a lid and a cover, and I've invested in them over the years, so you could do the same. So look, I'm just gonna scoop out, oh, it's already sticking together, but that's all right. So I'm gonna scoop out some tapioca and put it into the molds. You'll see how this assembles anyhow, right? You take that. I cooked it and I let it sit, so which is why it just coagulates like that. And who doesn't like the texture, right? So all of this, again, is an assembly, so simple in format. Gives you a sense of purpose. Your kids can do it at home. So simple, really. Ooh, it's gooey. My kids loved it. I love it. Like if I give this to my kids, they just scoop it out and eat it in this state, without sugar, without flavor. But you know, this is why the beauty of tapioca, it's so starchy that the balls stick to each other. So what you want to do is kind of break it up. As we put the liquid, it should kind of loosen up and it come to the state that we want it. Doo-doo. Man, this is just like playing with Play-Doh. Quite fun, actually. Okay. Will you take a look at that? Assembled jelly into the molds. So tapioca. So that's gonna sit there. That's gonna sit there as I assemble something else. So this is the part that gets tricky. You need to know your measurements. You need to know your balances, because this is gelatin in powder format. Here's the ratio, guys. 3 teaspoons to go into 1/2 cup of water. So I'm tripling my recipe. So I'm gonna put 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teaspoons. And I need to let it sit, dilute with water. So for every 3 teaspoons is 1/2 cup. So you need 1 and 1/2 cup of water. There you go. And that's gonna sit there and let it break up, because this is the liquid that's going to create our jelly. I'm just gonna give that, I just wanna make sure there's no sediment in that because I could already see it's thickening up quickly. Okay, so now we need to get milk. And because we tripled the recipe to fit that, 3 1 1/2 cup. So that's gonna be 4 1/2 cups of milk. It's gonna go for this recipe because we tripled it. Right? And that's just gonna go in there. And this is pure measurement and pure science, guys. You can't fool around with this because you want the equal amount of, and that's gonna go under fire just to heat it up a little bit. And I don't like sugar, right? So I'm just gonna give it the ratio of 1/2 cup of sugar to go in there. You know, get out. And then the gelatin mixture goes in there. That kind of goes through like a process of just making sure you remove all the sediment from where we're standing, meaning the sugar has melted inside, the gelatin has kind of like emulsified inside, and that's just gonna sit there a little bit in its heat, because at this point it's all a chemical composition. This is where we get our passion fruit. Again, the beauty of and the state of passion. And because it's so concentrated, I worked out about 6 passion fruit to this 4 1/2 cups of milk to achieve a good balance on the palate. I mean, you could have a milk jelly, to be honest, but I like to kick things up a notch. Oh, beautiful. It's just simply beautiful, gorgeous. And that's gonna go inside. Oh, beautiful. And you're seeing it come together in its natural state. No additives. And all the flavors with the passion fruit is getting mixed into that now. Remember that we only put 1/2 cup of sugar. You know, so it's not going to be overwhelmingly sweet. Oh, it's beautiful. Just one more. And we got gold. See, the passion fruit got mixed into there. And all we need to do now is take our let's not make our life hard. You see the tapioca that's in the bottom? That's going to break up, and that's going to sit properly and let it kind of like, you know, get massaged in with the heat a little bit. It's warm, right? So the tapioca again, make a nice format in there. Very simple, guys, very simple. It's like a jelly. Passion fruit and tapioca jelly to eat in this hot summer day. It's got a little bit of citrus, a little bit of sweet. You got the texture from the tapioca. And because we tripled the recipe, which is why I kind of calculated. We let that sit, and that goes into the, let me just pour a little bit more. This goes into a fridge. 20 minutes, you got a beautiful mold of the tapioca and the passion fruit jelly, and it's just heaven. And then I'm gonna finish it with an extra dollop of passion fruit on its base. So why not? Just give a little summer punch, right? So guys, thank you for joining me. This has been a pleasure, a privilege, and just being in this kitchen, it just makes me so happy. So try to do this at home. I'm waiting on the pudding, and we're gonna let this sit in the fridge and see you in a bit. I have a sample of what we made of our jelly. So I'm just gonna unmold that. Because remember what we did, this is jelly and tapioca. I want to make sure that when I do the drop, it comes out clean. What did I tell you? How beautiful is that? So where I want to go with this is I'm going to take one more passion fruit. Let's grab that passion fruit. And you know, because I'm feeling overwhelmingly lavish, I want to squeeze out some of the pulp, some of the juices. So you got the freshness, the coldness, the texture, the immenseness. Oh. Something so simple, something so healthy, something so fresh, easy for the summer treat, no fuss, no bake, put in the fridge, unmold, and of course, eat. This I can eat on any summer day. Cold, got the texture, light. Nothing to say. You gotta make this at home. So simple. So that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed our summer recipe for the coconut and the passion fruit. And there are a lot of other things you can do with this. But of course, if you want to catch the recipe, log on online, or in the end of the show, you're gonna get some base ingredients. And to watch again, you can go on live stream through Facebook and our Instagram at Anyone Can Cook. So I hope you enjoyed this set. Till I see you next time. Now go away.